Hello everyone and welcome to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at how to find negative reciprocals, which is a topic that is very useful when talking about the slopes of perpendicular lines. So maybe that's why you're coming to this video. All right, negative reciprocals sounds like a very fancy math word, but we can simplify it pretty easily here. The phrase that we're going to use here is flip it and opposite it. Flip it, opposite it. Okay, so reciprocal is the flip it part. And when you negate something or you make it negative in mathematics, that's the opposite part. Okay, so when we talk about negative reciprocals, we're going to flip it and opposite it. So let's see how this works. So let's start with number one here. So we need to flip it, flip the fraction, and opposite it. So we need to realize that this started at positive 3 over 7, so now it is negative 7 over 3. This is the negative reciprocal. For number two, flip it. And now remember, it started as negative, so again, opposite it, right? So your answer is going to be positive now, 3 over 4, and you don't even put the positive sign, so it's just 3 over 4 final answer. Remember, whatever it starts as, you need to opposite it. Your answer will not always be negative. Number three. Okay, for this one, how do you flip a whole number? How do you flip just a regular number? Well, you need to remember that this is the same as 2 over 1, right? Any whole number, any regular number can be written divided by 1 over 1. So now you flip it and opposite it, so it needs to be negative now. This is the final answer. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it is time for you to try some of these problems on your own. So here are 3 problems. Go ahead and pause the video and give these a shot. Okay, hopefully you have had enough time to work on these. Again, pause the video if you need more time, but let's take a look at the answers. For number 1, you should have gotten negative 2 over 7. For number 2, you should have gotten 1/3, positive 1/3, because it was negative 3 over 1. You flip it and opposite it to positive. And for number 3, you should have gotten 3 over 2. Now, for the last types of problems you'll get, it's going to ask you, are these numbers negative reciprocals? So let's look at the first pair here. For number 1, negative 3/4 and 4 over negative 3. These are not negative reciprocals because, right, if you were to start with this and I were to say, okay, tell me the negative reciprocal, you would flip it and opposite it, right? So it would become positive 4 over 3. So these are not negative. These are not negative reciprocals. For number 2, if I put this over 1 and then I flip it and opposite it, these are negative reciprocals. And for number 3, flip it and opposite it, yes, these are negative reciprocals. Okay, that means it's time for you to try these 3 problems. Go ahead and pause the video while I give you a moment to work on these. Okay, now that you've had time to work on these, let's check the solutions in 3, 2, 1. For number 1 in the top left, you should have said yes. Flip it and opposite it. For number 2, you should have said no. Those are not negative reciprocals. And for number 3, we should have said yes, they are. Okay, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.